Alright, probably just gonna do one sim today. This is Moonhaven. It's the next on my list. It's like another group-owned sim by the Elf clan, so there's definitely like an Celtic Celtic? What is Celtic? Celtic. Elfin fantasy kind of theme going on here. As you can see, like, here's the side view. There's like this little pathway going up here. Little rainbow road goes up to this development up here, and then even further just keeps going up and up and up. This is one thing that I kind of forgot to cover. It's possible to build up really high in the sky, like for miles and miles and miles. When you own a sim or own land, you can, the sky's the limit literally, so sometimes people build things up so high that you can't even see them from the ground, and the only way to get up there is to fly for a very long time, or there's sometimes a teleporter on the ground. So I just thought I'd bring that up because basically, while I'm doing my best to document these sims, there's really no way to get everything, and there's always going to be builds where occasionally someone builds, you know, everything way up in the sky and I don't even know that it's there. So that being said, I have to say that in general I don't know why people build way up in the sky. I think it's really stupid. And you have land, build on the ground, unless you're going for some kind of definite fantasy theme type thing where you have like a city in the sky. Like, please, just do not be a jackass and build your sim like way up in outer space. There's really just no reason for that, and I don't know why you would do that, so please try to refrain. It's one of my personal beefs with content creators in virtual worlds, specifically Second Life and InWorldz. I don't know why, but for some reason it's just like a thing. Like for a long time in Second Life, it was like everyone was building their club up in the sky and putting a teleporter on the ground. Like, why the hell would you do that? So anyway, this is really nice. This little gypsy trailer here. This is cool. Definitely, I'm digging this. The quality's good. Reads well. It's just a nice build in general. But just giving a basic overview of the sim, I'm noticing that there's a huge range of diversity in the quality. This is actually the nicer part of the sim. By the way, I already sort of had a quick look over the whole place because there was so much detail. I wanted to let it load instead of just TPing here and waiting, because there was just like so much that it was taking forever, and I'm still getting a crappy frame rate, as you can see. That's just because there's still so much detail. So this is like a shop, definitely. There's like a little elven shopping center sort of in this corner of the sim. Let me zoom out. Yeah, see right over here where this little pond is. And anyway, this is the nicer part of the sim. I think just the build quality is pretty high. Things are still rezzing, obviously. I mean, it's like no matter how long you wait, things never really res completely. So yeah, I'm not even gonna bother going into each one of these little shops because uh, I'm not really trying to document the commercial side. I'm trying to document just the entirety of the Sims. So anyway, that's basically a strip mall, and it's enough to say that, I guess. I like this windmill here. Nice, simple, yet effective building. The guild. It's like the guild hall. Look, there's like an alarm system. Yeah, that fits into a fantasy sim. And then why would you have an alarm system when basically everyone has the eye of God and they can just go right into your secluded, secretive lodge and no one's the wiser. This almost looks like there's a secret passage, like Indiana Jones style, behind the fireplace. Where would that go? No, I guess not. Never mind. Well, maybe. There's no way to be sure. Dove or carrier pigeon or something in a bird cage. I like this chandelier. It's cool. Antlers. Yeah, sorry about the horribly low frame rate. These espresso machines are really popular. This is the second one I've seen. A lot of times when you're going to different sims, you see things that are all basically identical on different sims. That's because there's like one maker, and for some reason it's a sort of an interesting phenomenon. Well, that's not a good view to be frozen on. But anyway, sometimes certain creators, their work just like catches on for God knows what reason. Usually it has to do with the social and I guess you would call it the socio-political elite of the virtual world. They're kind of like the movers and the shakers, and they occasionally will popularize a certain artist's work, and then it begins to spread like wildfire, kind of viral marketing, I guess you might say, in a way. Although it never seems to be intentional, it usually is organic. So this looks really familiar. I saw this on another sim. It's like the same exact build, so yeah, like I said, basically a designer's work catches on, and before you know it, it's all over the place. Which is kind of interesting, I guess. It's also kind of annoying too, because I like diversity. And in a world where your imagination is the limit, you can create whatever you want. I think it's good to have a level of economy and where people are all kind of buying and selling and exchanging the same things, but at the same time it's good to see original creations. If you own a whole sim, like, I find it kind of difficult to understand why you would want to buy a sim and then basically just populate it with things that you've purchased from other people. But whatever, it's the sim owner's prerogative. I just know if I had a sim, I would want it to be like my unique vision. I would want to build everything myself, and I mean that would be kind of the point of owning a sim, in my opinion. But obviously there's a lot of people who just want to create their own little fantasy world, and if they can do that without having to build anything themselves, clearly they find that advantageous. So yeah, as I said before, the build quality is pretty diverse here. Like, some of these things are really nice, high quality, professional looking, and others are kind of sort of amateurish. But overall, and I think it's kind of important to always analyze the sim in its entirety, because that's sort of like the third, like ultimate form of a sim, is the holistic kind of appearance, coherency. And if that's solid, then the sim's obviously going to get higher marks than if it had a really high quality structures but no coherency. Transparent lighthouse. That's definitely a fantasy. So I wanted to point something out here. This is something that I've been calling the schooner effect, but it also can be characterized by lighthouses. That this one particular meme that I've noticed over and over again in Sims is very frequently the sim owner will build a lighthouse or have a lighthouse on their sim, and incidentally, and usually there's sort of a often there will be both a lighthouse and a schooner. Like if they have a bay that they've made, or even just like a pond on their sim, there will be a schooner or some kind of boat, like a galleon, or anyway, I call it the schooner syndrome, even if it's a galleon. But anyway, keep your eyes open for that, because you'll definitely be seeing a lot of schooners and lighthouses as we traverse the metaverse. So what's going on down here? Looks like some kind of cave. Interesting. This is intriguing. I know that this is like meta effect, where people have a build and then they have a screenshot of the build as well. Kind of like, I don't really know what the point is to that, but so it looks like there's a cave system that you can walk through here. Caves are really popular, I've noticed. I love having the free ranging camera where I can just, oh fuck, I'm hung up on these vines. The free ranging camera where you can just explore everything without even having to move. My avatar's like way back in the chilling on the little raft, while my disembodied camera is exploring this cave system. Gives you a lot of freedom. So yeah, this is a pretty extensive cave, but at the same time there's not really a lot going on in here, which I suppose is kind of how real caves would be, but you sort of expect there to be more, since it's on a sim. Like, I would expect there to be like some kind of structure, or like a little layer or something in there, but there's no way to really see everything inside there, so I can't even really check it out. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff in this sim that's just kind of out of sight. Obviously, some builders just seem to prefer building a lot of stuff in a concealed way. So yeah, this is kind of what I was expecting in that other cave, like a little crash pad, with various picturesque accessories to kind of stimulate visually. Looks like we got some rain over here. I don't know what's going on over here, to be honest. It's really messy. The Sim owners should definitely refine that quite a bit. Oh my god, this place is huge. Like seriously, there's a lot going on in here. Lots of houses, lots of structures. Fireplaces are really popular, obviously. Kind of a romantic notion. That's another thing I really love about virtual worlds, this idea that you can have these artifacts from the real world, like fireplaces for example, where they're burning away and they would basically just burn away for an eternity, and there's no real like physical consequences aside from the energy being consumed to generate it all virtually. I don't know what's going on here, some kind of like submarine Easter egg hunt that doesn't require a lot of exploration. Got your sea monster type thing here. Yeah, so let's see. Anything missed? So what I'm seeing here is it looks like the owner of The Sims tried to build a few things themselves, and those are the lower quality builds, and then there's some professional or more professional looking stuff that has been added as well, that kind of is what is holding the sim together. So as I've pointed out before, like definitely there's a learning curve to building, and there isn't really a limit to how good you can get. So it's not like this is the final product or anything. This is my favorite part of the whole sim right here, is this little Stonehenge, and then this thing right here, which seems to me kind of like a fountain of youth. I don't know what it's really supposed to be. Let me see if there's information here. Golden fountain. I don't know what that says, but yeah, anyway, it's beautiful. Really nice job on the texturing and build quality. I like the Stonehenge. That's neat. Little chill gazebo over here. Another fire burning away for all eternity. Yeah, so looks like I've pretty much covered everything here. Obviously there's a few more little buildings, very similar. That's a cool effect. Moonhaven. Consider yourself documented.